Mom, guess what? I got picked to write for the school paper.
That's great. I used to write for my school paper.
I didn't know they had printing presses back then.
They didn't. We wrote by hand, and pigeons carried the news from village to village.
Hey, Randy, I got an idea for your first story. You can write about me. You can tell the whole Brad Taylor story in depth.
And after that sentence, I'm what? How about you write about me? That's not even a sentence, it's a question mark.
Hi, sweetie.
How are you?
Guess what?
What?
Randy is going to be a newspaper man.
All right. Carry on that family tradition. All my brothers, we are newspaper men. First thing we do, get you a big bike, all right? All right, with those big balloon tires, white walls or something. Wait. Fender under, a little horn, it'll look kind of corny to me, really cool. Retro, wait. Put a car in the spokes, with all the spokes, big bags, fold the papers up, boom, I'll teach you how to throw. It'll be great. What?
I'm not going to deliver the paper, I'm going to write for it.
Oh. Can we still get the bike?
For the paper.
What's it about?
Well, it turns out that the cafeteria lady serves a vegetarian casserole with the same ladle she uses to scoop the pork still.
What are you going to call it, Ladlegate?
I'm going to blow the lid right off that lunchroom, Dad.
I've done that. Blew the lockers right out of the gymnasium. I blew the librarian right in the library.
Hi.
Hi there.
You free Sunday?
All day. What's up?
Well, my school is sponsoring an all-day couples therapy workshop. I'd really like us to go.
Oh. I said Sunday. I'm free any day but Sunday.
Good, because it's actually Saturday.
Oh, I hate when you do that. I really don't want to go to that.
Now, look, I think that this workshop could really benefit our marriage. It's called Keeping the Magic Alive.
Well, what's the matter with our marriage?
Nothing.
Nothing? That sounds pretty serious. We ought to go right now.
Tim, you go to therapy to prevent things from going wrong, to learn to communicate better. A good marriage needs maintenance, just like a car.
Huh?
You take your Mustang into Louis' garage every 3,000 miles.
Well, we just go there. At least we get a free air filter.
I really want to go to this workshop.
Why don't you go alone?
A couple generally means two people.
Maybe you'll meet somebody there.
Does everybody know what time it is? Tool time! Wow, that's right. Bigford Tools is proud to present Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Thank you, Heidi. Welcome to Tool Time. I am Tim, the Tool Man Taylor, and you all know my assistant, Al Borland.
Today we're going to show you how to maintain the tools in your workshop.
And we're not talking about some touchy-feely marriage workshop where they force you to spill your guts.
Why would we? We're a tool show. You see, over time, your tools can become useless if they're not properly maintained.
And maintenance on tools is easy. You don't have to drag these bad boys to some tool therapy group to bring back the magic.
Tool therapy group?
You must have read the book. Hammers are from Venus. Pliers are from Mars.
You're the one from Mars.
They found life there, you know. There's a meteorite with all Germans in it.
Now, germs. There were germs in it.
Over the winter, you might get a light coat of rust on an open-end wrench or adjustable wrench like this. Simplest way to take it off there is a little 80 grit sandpaper. Lightly sand it, clean it right up.
That's right. You can also use a file, a wire brush, or a wonderful bar.
Now, Big Mike's is what I call a wonderful bar. You know? For his rusty nails, you won't care what shape your tools are in. I love you, man.
Actually, this cleaning implement is called a wonderful bar.
There's another wonderful bar in Traverse City called the Pig's Knuckle. Boy, that place...
They use it like an eraser to polish off the rust on your tools.
That's great. Let's move on to power tool maintenance. And we'll start with this nomadic auger.
Nomadic?
Yes.
That would be the group of tools that wanders aimlessly throughout the desert? To properly maintain your pneumatic tools, you want to keep them lubricated.
Right. Now listen to this thing. Hear that wind down like that? It needs oil.
That's right. Rule of thumb, 2 drops of oil per full day of use.
Of course, that is just a guideline.
Well, you don't want to use too much oil, Tim.
Relax, Al. Benford's paying for it.
Well, you also want to keep your pneumatic sanders, drills, and nail guns properly oiled.
Okay, we got plenty of oil in this bad boy. We'll see if we fix it up. Air pressure there. All right, see how it sounds, Al? Well, now that we've given Al a lube job, tune him next time when we rotate that spare tire. Well, boss, what'd you think of the show?
Show?
Tool Time? Binford, the company you own, sponsors it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. I'm just preoccupied. My marriage broke up.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. I didn't know you and Gene were having any trouble.
Yeah, we just stopped talking to each other. There's nothing more important in a marriage than communication.
Is there any chance of you guys getting back together?
About as much chance as you getting through Tool Time without a fire or flood.
So it doesn't look too good, does it?
No. No, it's over, Tim. Now, I took my marriage for granted, and now I'm having to pay the price. Do you know what it's like to go home to an 18-room mansion and there's no one to share it with but your domestic staff?
Can't say as I do, bud.
Well, let me tell you, Tim, it's no fun. I should have been more open-minded when she wanted to get help. Now I'm a lonely, lonely, desperate man.
Bud, come on, slow down. You're not desperate.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Al? You and your mother doing anything tonight?
Just bingo at the senior center. You want to come?
I'd love to.
Great.
Can't get more desperate than that.
I'm so glad you came.
Well, I don't want to end up like Bud. Although I certainly would like a domestic staff. Look, scones.
Yeah.
Jill, I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad you made it.
Me too. This is my husband, Tim. Tim, this is my friend, Mary Ellen.
Hi, Mary Ellen. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Jill told me you're a little nervous because this is your first workshop.
Well, the first one without a bench grinder.
My husband was nervous his first time, too, but by the end of the first session, Dr. Emery had him in the fetal position, sobbing like a baby.
Now, what time did you want me picking you up?
Now, here, come on. We're going to sign our names on these name tags. Now, look, nobody's going to make you cry. All you have to do is be open and honest.
All right.
Let's do a little exercise that will help everyone get to know each other. You'll start off by saying, something you might not know about me is, and then you'll finish that sentence by revealing something deep and intimate about yourself. Why don't you go first, Tim?
What?
Yes, something you might not know about me is...
Where did you get your degree?
You have to excuse him. He's new at this. I'm the graduate student in psychology.
Yes, you mentioned that several times on your application, as well as your grade point average.
4.0.
Why don't we start out with a veteran of my workshops, Howard?
Sure. Something you might not know about me is... when I was in the 3rd grade...
Yo, Howie. It's an all-day seminar, and you only want to pace yourself a little bit. Scone?
Repressed anger can often be a problem in marriages. When we keep things bottled up inside, they can surface at inappropriate moments. Would anyone like to share an angry moment they've been holding on to? Tim.
Yeah, I'd like to share an angry moment.
No.
Okay. I went to an auto parts store to pick up some windshield wipers to replace them on my Mustang. They clearly said in the box, will fit any Ford. A Mustang's a Ford, isn't it? Well, I get them home. They're the clip-on type, not the snap-on type. They didn't fit. I couldn't use them. I take them back to the store. They would not give me money back because they were used.
This is your big angry moment?
You bet. It's been with me a long time. It's great to get it off my chest.
What has that got to do with your marriage?
I was married at the time.
Okay. One of the things that constrain a marriage is failing to live up to your partner's expectations. Now, Tim, do you feel that Jill lives up to your expectations?
Oh, yeah. She's a great wife and a wonderful mother. I'd steer clear of her lasagna, though.
Now, see, that is Tim in a nutshell. You ask him a question about the relationship, he comes back with a joke.
I got the laugh, though.
It sounds like Tim might not be living up to all of your expectations.
Well, I suppose in a way that's true. I mean, there are times that I wish that he were more in touch with my feelings. It's like I have to spell everything out for him.
Can you give us an example?
See? You gotta spell it out for him, too.
Okay. There was this one time when we were on vacation. Gorgeous night, full moon. We're walking along the beach, and I looked in his eyes and I said, I never thought that I could love anyone as much as I love you. And he looked into my eyes and said, do you think they rent dune buggies here?
And how did you feel at that moment?
Alone. All alone.
Would you like to respond to that, Tim?
Oh, yeah. If I did, I'm afraid I'd be driving home alone. All alone.
No, I want you to. That's why we came here.
All right. You know what I think?
Not what you think, Tim. What you feel.
I feel like Jill's a little demanding sometimes. She just doesn't expect me to know what she feels at a beach. She expects me to know what she feels all the time. And since I don't belong to the Psychic Friends Network, I don't know what she's feeling all the time. She ends up getting mad at me and starts to criticize me.
How can you say that?
He asked me to.
I am not demanding. I am not critical.
Jill, there's no need to be defensive.
I'm not defensive. Am I defensive?
I'd say so.
Who asked you?
Jill, it sounds like Tim has some problems the two of you need to address. But I think it's commendable he was able to open up. Huh?
That's great. Thanks very much. If you like that, you're going to love this. You want to know the truth about that beach weekend? She takes me up to a bed and breakfast loaded with doilies and herbal teas, no television on Indie Weekend.
You made him go on Indie Weekend.
It was the only time I could get a reservation.
I can't believe he went.
You're the luckiest woman on earth.
I agree.
Well. We know what the women think. We've heard what the men think. Howie, what do you think?
Problem, my good neighbor Al?
The pizza is round, the garbage can is round. Why can't the box be round?
Well, Jill, from where I stand, I sense that it's more than the pizza box that's troubling you.
Yeah. Everybody's a psychologist. You, Tim, that sniveling wimp Howard.
So I take it the workshop didn't go as swimmingly as you hoped it would.
Complete disaster. Tim spent the entire time complaining about me. He said that I have been criticizing him since the day we were married. He even told that wedding story when we were standing in front of the minister, and he said, I do, and I said, you're mumbling? Well, I couldn't help myself. He's a mumbler.
And you felt compelled to remind of this on your wedding day?
You know what else he said? He said that I was demanding. You don't think I'm demanding, do you, Wilson?
Well, Jill...
Well, come on. I don't have all night. Oh, my God. Did you hear that?
Loud and clear.
Tim's right. I am. I'm a badgering, nagging shrew. All I'm missing is a rolling pin and a bun in my hair. Oh, no, I've got the bun.
Jill, don't you think you're being a little bit hard on yourself?
No, I'm not. The entire group at Dr. Emery's agreed that I am too critical of Tim. And I've been doing it for 17 years. I don't know how to change. I mean, I want to.
Well, Jill, that reminds me of a very famous Chinese proverb. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Well, maybe the first step should be that I go up and apologize to Tim.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, by the way, one question. This Dr. Emery, is he a tall, thin, dark-haired gent?
Yeah, why, do you know it?
Oh, very well. As a matter of fact, we competed against each other in a scone bake-off.
Tim? I've been thinking a lot about what you said at the workshop.
I know. You're mad at me, and you're right. I went overboard, and I unloaded on you unfairly. I'm just showing off for Howie and the guys.
No, you're not the one who should be apologizing.
Why not? I'm wrong, right?
No. Oh, God, I criticize you so much you think everything is your fault.
I'm sorry.
Please, will you stop apologizing and let me apologize?
Whoa. You're going to apologize? Well, you better walk me through this, because this is uncharted territory.
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
No, I'm not finished yet.
Wow, this is new territory.
I am too critical of you. I don't want to be the kind of wife who complains about everything her husband does.
Come on. We both have our faults, all right? Sometimes I leave my underwear on the floor. Sometimes you're a little bossy, overbearing. You nag a little bit. You're neurotic, you know. You criticize.
Now I know why it's taken me all these years to do this.
Oh, no. You did fine. You know, you're not real good at this, and you'll get better at it.
Well, what did I leave out?
Well, generally, when I apologize, I give you a kiss. You know, you're going to be a good apologizer. Take some time. Pretty soon you can be as good as me. You can actually say you're sorry and not really mean it.
A lot of times when men get together, they rib each other in the name of good fun, but sometimes this joking masks an underlying layer of hostility. Do any of you feel this in your relationship with other men? Tim?
No.
Anybody else?
I got something to say.
Anybody else?
I don't believe Al was finished.
Thank you. Well, the truth is, when Tim makes fun of my weight and my wearing flannel, you know, he says he's just joking, but I think he has an underlying resentment toward me.
Tim, would you like to respond to that?
No.
I gotta say, you kind of rough on Al. Personally, I think that's why his mom overeats.
You know, Tim, I have caught 1 or 2 episodes of Tool Time, and I must say there is a mean-spirited undercurrent.
I agree. Why don't you just change the name to Cruel Time?
With Tim, the cruel man, Taylor.
And the last show was unbelievable. You squirted oil all over Al.
You never even saw it coming.
It was heartbreaking.
Tim, it's obvious there's something deep down that's bringing out all this resentment.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what the problem really is?
We're out of scones. Still working on that paper at the cafeteria?
Oh, yeah. The story's exploded. We're talking big breaking news here. According to my sources, what the school is selling as pork stew is actually made from tofu.
What? Tofu? God, they're passing that stuff off as good, wholesome pork?
Hello, my name is Al.
Oh.